This is
and
Reverend Donna
Sebastian
Serafina.
Rogers, the young man who's missing.
She had to get on, do a live. It is big.
So let's see. Oh, just write me an email and just put email list in the subject.
I think she said Notre Dame also predicted
a lot of people
it.
tell me that they've clicked the notification and they don't receive my notifications. And then I think on the back end of YouTube, it said there was like 80,000 views last month, but only 200 people shared any of my videos. And I don't know if you've noticed. So if my videos don't show up and nobody shares them, it'll quickly become not worth my time to put anything up.
I'm just going to say I need your help in the next 2 years.
And I really need your help now, and especially if we want to talk about things that are real or true. So I think I need to address this special by the BBC where they smeared me. I don't know. Have any of you seen that? It's really stupid, really.
No, but the BBC...
Yeah, so if you could go into my YouTube page and share anything, even like the balloon video where my daughter's moving the balloon. My deceased daughter, Nicole, moves this balloon all over the house.
You can
just
tell,
share any video, please.
You can tell that she is tired of telling people like all this stuff. She predicts so much shit. It's her level of psychic ability is off the fucking charts. And she's so tired of convincing people.
I usually try to do cases that I sense the police, unless my daughter brought me Tylee Ryan, so that's why I did that case. That's an exception.
That was the one I was talking about.
But generally speaking, if I look at a case and the police are asking for help and saying they have no leads, and I get this pull towards it.
Because
it's the same on Rumble, the same name. I'm just going to put the same name on everything.
She's getting tired.
And there's links in my description box on a lot of my videos.
Getting tired of convincing people.
With links to my other platforms that I'm on. Like TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So...
She's nervous too.
I'm talking about the case of the Idaho 4 students for a minute. Vanity Fair is owned by millionaires and billionaires.
Yes.
And they seem to try to write for these people trying to show kind of the high society of celebrities and all that. I mean, I don't really read that magazine, but that's what I grasp. So they slandered me. Literally committed slander, which I need a lawyer. So if anybody knows of a really pit bullish lawyer that sues media companies, please refer them to me. But they slandered me, and they allowed somebody to slander me, and then they actually lied about me. They said I was all wrong on this Idaho 4 case. The one where I said I see the killer and he's 6 feet tall, around 30, brunette hair, curly on top. That one where I said he's Caucasian with a little Mediterranean. And turns out Brian Kohberger is 6 feet tall, 28 years old, brunette with curly hair, and his mother's maiden name is Italian. But Vanity Fair slandered me. For why? For their readers? How much damage did Vanity Fair do to my career? The potential of my career when actually that reading was close to 100% accurate. But then the BBC calls, and they wanted to interview me last summer. The BBC is, if you don't know who they are, British Broadcasting Company.
It's the elitist.
One of the biggest broadcasting companies in the world.
The elite.
Owned by a huge pedo ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go there? Go to my Rumble channel. You want to go there? We're going to go there. We are going to go there.
Girl, she keeps doing it. I know. I get it. I know.
So they call me, or their agents. So when I say that, I mean or their agents, people contracting with them. Still holds them responsible. They published it. the lies. And they said they wanted to interview me. And I said, I am busy moving. I've been thrown out, lived in the same place for 25 years, but it turns out all that pandemic money, about 94% of it went to corporations, who then turn around with their investment companies and are buying up American housing. So now over a third of American housing has been purchased by these investment companies, which are now renting. And you notice the price of rents have doubled and nobody did anything about it. And if you think that that isn't part of the collapse of America, maybe you own your own house and you're not noticing what's happening around you. People are being thrown out on the street, and they're still trying to convince everyone that homeless people, oh, it should be against the law to sleep in your car. Well, where the hell are you supposed to sleep if it's $2,500 a month for a one bedroom? And wages haven't gone up. I was making just as much 30 years ago, but the price of living has gone like 10 times as high. You can't hardly even afford rent if you're a renter anymore. Or food. And have you noticed the taste of the food? Like they're putting crappy ingredients and things now.
Yeah.
So here comes the BBC. Now, when me and my neighbor in the duplex had to move, we quit paying for someone to do our yard because we're both like a little bit. I have injuries from a car accident and she's 70. So they agreed not to show the front of my house. Instead, they showed the front of my house, which also had weeds, to try to make me look bad or something. They also literally showed my address for full visible view. They also sat in my house for 6 hours acting nice, and they knew 100% that I said in every single reading, like if you listen to my readings, the entire time I am explaining to people, because I'm putting up raw readings, actual readings. You know, when I do a psychic overview, I'm reviewing my readings and playing some clips. But in the readings, almost everything I get is visions and sometimes feelings, occasional words, but it's mostly,
Images.
oh, I'm gonna sue. I plan on suing for sure. And it's actual gang stalking. So these are the same organizations that pretend they care when little teenagers are gang stalked and something, happens to them. But yet they're doing, as adults and billionaires and millionaires, they apparently are targeting me. So what the BBC actors and agents did, I'm really mad. I'm really, really mad. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you very much.
Why are they targeting? Because she's telling them the truth. She's alerting everybody. She's got, she's got, she could see things on the other side that nobody else can see. Nobody else should know. So if they're going after her, what the fuck?
What they did was they clearly knew and we discussed it at my house and they discussed it on the phone. And I told them repeatedly that anything I see can represent something else.
Yeah.
And, the mediumship, the actual real readings are it's like a foreign language. And it's multidimensional foreign language as well. So thank you so much, Valerie. I really, really appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. That anything they show me can represent something else. So in the Lori Vallow case, starting about the third reading, every single time they would have a trapper and he looked like Daniel Boone and he would just go across the front. Well, it turned out where the kids were buried, the next street up was called Trapper Lane. But it wasn't on Google Earth. So no matter how many hours I sat here on my computer, I would never find that. And it was only after the fact that all Chad's neighbors who I had talked to by phone in my search contacted me and sent me pictures of the sign that was still up called Trapper Lane. And they said they didn't before because they just couldn't believe what I was saying. Same thing happened in the Kelly Rodney reading. You know, it's in every reading. I see a bear walking across. So some of these young people that live in that area sent me texts and emails, and they said where they live by Donner Lake, the acronym BEAR for them means bring everything.
I'm just saying that the bridge that fell, she's already predicted it, and it's really fucking scary, guys. It's a really scary. And she's very on point. She's very I don't know. I think she's got to, even though she's predicting this stuff, she's really got to get some protection. All right, guys, that's it.